Hello and welcome to another episode of the Rebel Creatives podcast. I'm your host, Delano, and I help creative entrepreneurs increase their revenue using the Rebel Growth System. All right, so in this episode, I am going to explain how you can build your own marketing channel, right? And this is important to learn because it is the surefire way to take control of how you market to your audience, right? And you will also be able to drastically lower your marketing cost while making it more predictable how you reach your sale milestones for your business, right? And if you do this right, you can expect to even be able to build a greater bond with your audience. Now, unfortunately, most businesses do not invest in having their own marketing channel and instead rely on other channels like Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and all of those other channels, right? And the problem with that is they can shut down at any time, they can suspend your account at any time, and they can increase their cost for you to do advertising with them at any time because they're in it for profit and they have full control and they have all the access to the audience. And just to give one example, a quick example, you can create a post on Facebook, you put a link in, and nobody sees your post, right? Because Facebook is restricting the amount of persons that will see your post with a link because they don't like to put out content on their platform that's taking people off their platform and somewhere else, right? So again, you have very little control. Yes, you can try to, do it based on their terms, but again, you have no control, right? So why a lot of businesses don't have their own marketing channel? Big reason is they think it's just way too hard and complicated, right? And some other things that's stopping entrepreneurs from doing their own marketing channel is that they think it costs way too much to build their own marketing channel. They think it will take up way too much time for them to track and maintain all of that data. And I think it will take up um, them having to learn a lot of technical skills and have a lot of compliance that they need to have in order to maintain this data that they will be collecting to build up their marketing channel. And I will be explaining exactly what you need to build your own marketing channel so you can overcome all of those problems and misconceptions. All right. So here's how, step by step. First thing you want to do is you want to have a way to collect what I like to call zero party data. All right. And this is important because data is the number one asset of your marketing channel and you want to have a reliable and secure way to store such data. And this is important because this is the data you will leverage to market to your audience. Now, for this, you want to have a CRM or system that allows you to collect and store the necessary data of your prospective and existing customers so you can better serve them, all right? Some of the information you want to gather includes like name, email, and phone number, obviously, so you can contact and get in touch with people, right? At the very least. But you shouldn't stop there, right? You should ask for data such as birth date, favorite color, preference of how and when to be contacted, any feedback about your, products or services, and so much more. All right. You want to even collect data based on how they're interacting with you and how they're spending with you and stuff like that. What product are they buying? A lot of what's their average ticket size? Because all of these information, all of these data points will help you to better serve and better communicate with your audience. right? And when you do all of this right, you end up being able to sell and serve better, all right? Now, the next step is you want to create an irresistible offer, because when you have a system to collect all of that data and keep it secure, you need to have a way now for people to be willing to share this data with you. And the best way is to have that irresistible offer. You want to give them some value, right? Most people expect to get the data, just because they ask. And the quickest way to start collecting zero party data and growing your marketing channel is by making it worthwhile for your audience, right? For example, you want to make sure that your ethical bribe, as it were, is something of value and that people will want to put in a little work to claim, all right? And you want to avoid looking at this in the short term only, but look at this as a long term um, lens, right? How much is this new customer, going to be worth it for you, right, in the long term? And when you do this, you craft better offers and you start to grow your marketing channel even easier. All right. So, for example, you might say, hey, I don't want to give out a lot of discount. So you say, all right, I'm going to give a 10% discount. Is that something people will fight for? Is that something that people will run for? Right? Maybe not. So you can create an irresistible offer where you can say, for example, one of my favorites, a VIP dinner for four, right? Or a 5 day, 4 night stay at Cancun. You do a giveaway for that. People will, run for that. People will fight for that. People will put in the work to get those things, and they will happily share their contact details for a chance to win something like that. So you want to look at this in the long term because you will win them over initially. It will cost you more, but over time, you can start to market to them and get them to spend more with you without you having to increase the amount of offers that you're doing. You can do less offers, all right? And the last step I will talk about is after you build out your marketing channel. So now you have a means to collect the data. You have irresistible offers, so people are happily sharing this data with you. Now you want to make sure that you're tapping into this marketing channel that you've created. Now you have the foundation, so all you need to do is constantly give value and connect with your marketing channel. And here is where I recommend sending what I like to call business generating messages. Now, if it is done effectively and this is done frequently enough, you will end up being the top of mind of your audience when it comes to them needing what it is you deliver, right? And it is something like we see this happen all the time, especially like with Pepsi, big company. They do a lot of ads to make sure that they're seen everywhere. They're in movies, they're in their TV commercials, they're everywhere. You go somewhere, you want to buy something, and they say, what would you like to drink? The first thing that comes to your mouth, Coke, right? Or Pepsi, or whichever of those big companies that's flooding your attention, right? You want to do something similar with your audience. Now, if you're in a business where people can consume your offer repeatedly, what will happen is that you'll see more repeat businesses happening when you start sending and tapping into that marketing channel regularly. And if you do more of like one time services, you'll find that you get more and more referrals. But it doesn't stop there because you can constantly be getting data and improving your messaging, making them more personalized, and crafting even better offers because you have so much data from your audience, right? So that's it for this episode. I hope this inspired you to not only build your own marketing channel for your business, but to make use of it to add more value to the marketplace and doing it on your own terms, right? Remember, without your own marketing channel, you're stuck relying on third party. You're stuck paying exuberant amount of money just to get in front of your ideal audience, and you're stuck having zero control over maintaining your brand and how you want to be seen or heard and communicate with your audience. With your own marketing channel, you're in full control. All right. You decide when, you decide how, the cost goes down drastically, and you start to make your reach your sales milestone for your business in a more predictable fashion. All right. So again, I hope you enjoyed this episode, and Delano signing out.